What's up everybody, the Allfather here, and today we're bringing you a video post update with the big update that came out with so many different changes to buffs and nerfs and changes and additional defenses. Want to be focusing on what impact has that had on war, and this video is going to focus mainly on the miners. And while there was no real direct change announced to the miners as far as the update, yesterday they did just recently post late in the day that there was basically an unannounced change that majorly affected the way miners reacted in war attacks. More specifically, that a couple things. When they go underground, what we saw is defenses which had previously been latching on and aggroing to the miners even while they were underground would retarget any other troops in the surrounding, and same thing with clan castle troops. And so according to the post put out by Supercell, one of the things is that miners were never intended to be a tank, and that was a glitch or a bug in the AI where when they went underground they remained targeted by the defenses but they couldn't actually do any damage to them. So basically they ended up acting as a super effective tank, which is not the design of that troop. It's to be a supplementary troop to your main kill squads, and so that's understandable. The other thing that seemed to be noticeable is that there's a notable pause or random kind of increase in time that they stayed above ground, and so they stayed exposed to attacks and to defenses a lot longer, and that really affected this first war post update, as we're going to take a look at with these miners. And unfortunately this was something that they didn't really announce until after the fact, and it kind of bit a lot of the war community in the butt in this first round. But let's go ahead and take a look at the impact. Especially at Town Hall 11, where mass miners was the meta, and it was basically create a quick funnel, drop all your miners, heal away, and 3-star. That was definitely not the case, as we will see with these attacks here going forward. But you can see basic army composition that we've been seeing at Town Hall 11, creating that funnel with the bowlers on that one side, a little bit of giant action here, and the heroes to go ahead and create that one side of the funnel. Some more bowlers there. And pretty much the idea was just to kind of create a small funnel, a direction to the core for your miners, and then just let them rip and let them go right up the middle. So you can see just creating that one corner, and then we have a giant here coming in at the northeast corner here, creating the rest of that funnel. And here come the miners, and they should follow that path straight in from about 3 o'clock there and go straight towards the core, dealing with the artillery, the new bomb tower, the inferno towers, and then make their way to the town hall. So you can see here they're underground and being healed up, and you can kind of tell already that they just seem to be that it's ever so slight, but it's that little bit of a pause there, that they stay above ground just a little bit longer. But he's got the funneling pretty well down. It's got the heal down and the rage spells down. The miners are staying alive here, but you can see once they hit that core and get slapped in between those two bomber towers, they're really getting work done. You've got the Tesla that's multi-targeting, the Inferno multi-targeting, and the bomb tower, and is just fighting hard to get into that core. Then of course we've got the Clan Castle Golem there that is going ahead and targeting the Grand Warden. Grand Warden is out of the way, going ahead and targeting the Town Hall, but you can see those miners are just melting quickly as they engage giant bombs and bomber towers, as well as the Teslas and the multi-targeting Infernos, and absolutely just overwhelmed the miners, where in the past it was the other way around. It was the miners overwhelming all the defenses, and so you see a big change in how those mass miner attacks are being the outcome of them. The execution is the same, but the outcome much different now post-update and post-patch or bug fix to the miners. Go ahead and take a look at another one. This is still that same #1 base, and again, the attacker is bringing pretty much the same thing, a few funneling troops, a couple of healers, and it's going to go ahead and start with a queen walk on the top side, going at 3 single target defenses and 2 whiz towers. Going to have to pop that rage spell down really quickly. It's dropping a few minions in there for a funnel. Golem goes in on the other side, creating the other side of that funnel, just trying to clear some of those trash buildings, take out the enemy queen, which he does there. And BK is going to go ahead and work the other side of the funnel. He's busted in the wall there. And here come the bowlers to go ahead and create the rest of that funnel. So far everything's going good, pretty much how you'd expect to see these Town Hall 11 attacks going. He uses that second rage spell there to keep the queen up, and he's got a good chunk of this base taken out, 25% of the base taken out already, and hasn't even dropped the miners in. And now we've got 27 miners in, and as soon as this kill squad starts to peter out, we're going to see him go ahead and drop those. They're going to go right up the middle because that's pretty much all that's left, and should be able to handle the space pretty easily the way things used to be. You can see Eagle Artillery goes ahead and targets them, but they're not popped up yet. Lots of DPS there, obviously, in the core. Goes ahead and drops that heal spell there. Grand Warden there with the ability and the Eternal Tome. Goes ahead and keeps those miners up, but you can just see they're whatever it is, they're just glitching out, or they're just kind of staying up there. He's got to double up on the heal spells there. Barely gets the Town Hall down. Those bomber towers are just doing work, and all of those miners just melted with all the splash tower, the golem, and all the other defenses in that core. So again, drastic impact from total easy 3-star to struggling for 2-star using mass miners at Town Hall 11. So definitely a positive change as far as balancing out that Town Hall level, but at the same time, the way it was rolled out maybe was not the greatest. But what about Town Hall 10? Let's go ahead and take a look at Town Hall 10 and see what impact that has as far as using that mass miner attack here on a dip attack. We know that it's a struggle up top, but our mass miner is still a valid dip attack at Town Hall 10 with an 11 hitting down on a 10. And that's what we're going to look at here. Goes ahead and quakes open there, kind of with your standard funnel here. And same basic composition's got a few more bowlers this time, 9 bowlers, 32 miners, and obviously the max heroes. And it's going to have the Eternal Tome ability of the Grand Warden and the Life Aura. But just creating that funnel wants to create a direct path for the miners straight into the multi-targeting Inferno Towers. And he wants to funnel everything around there and make sure that the miners go right up the middle of that base, hitting all of the DPS. And here comes the bowler funnel, followed by the heroes and the warden, with the miners going to be soon to follow here. It's going to let the kill squad do some work there and take out the enemy clan castle troops here, basically with his Eternal Tome and the queens being able to target them. And here comes the miners. They're going to come in and do that L-shaped pattern around the outside of the base. You can see lots of bowlers still up doing work, staying alive pretty well there, going ahead and taking out a bunch of that top part of the core. And here comes the miners doing real well. But you can see the difference in the Town Hall 10 attack is that lower level bomber towers and the lack of an Eagle Artillery and the lack of a Grand Warden is enough of a difference to make this attack at Town Hall 10 valid. And we'll go ahead and speed it up because you know that these miners are pretty slow here. But again, we're just taking a look at this miner AI, and we're noticing how they tend to have that little bit of a hiccup or a little bit of a pause when they come up before they go back down. And when they go back down, instead of holding the aggro of the defensive buildings, they are the buildings are retargeting, and that's making a big difference. And nice last heal spell there in that compartment with all the bunch of defenses in it, and they're going to go ahead and finish it off for the 3-star. So as far as what's working, what's not, at Town Hall 11, mass miners, there is a lot of confusion. The people who got a little bit lazy or accustomed to using that spam mass miner for 3 stars are going to have to just go back to more thought out, well planned out multi-phase attacks, which is what we wanted, what we've always wanted in the war community. So can't complain about that, but definitely a struggle on this first war back. that'll do it for this video focusing on the miners. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also check out, there'll be some other videos as far as other combinations post-update that are working well. So keep your eye out for those videos, especially at Town Hall 9. This is the Allfather. Until next time, thanks for watching.